On tonight's North Fulton Prep Rally, round 3 of the state playoffs, and things are heating up. Undefeated Chattahoochee takes on a Dutchtown team, which has not given up a point so far in the playoffs. Can the Cougars keep their flawless record and dreams of a championship alive? You know the answer. And we take you behind the scenes and sit down with Chattahoochee star quarterback Timmy Byerly. He's this week's team leader. We've got all that plus a look ahead to the semis on North Fulton Prep Rally right now.
Comcast presents your source for North Fulton High School sports. This is North Fulton Prep Rally.
Hello and welcome to this edition of North Fulton Prep Rally, your weekly high school sports program featuring the very best North Fulton High School action. I'm Daryl Scher, joined by Drew Hinesley year-round here on Comcast Channel 25. Catch us here weeknights at 6, 8, and 10. And Drew, the state playoffs have reached the Final Four, and North Fulton still has 2 teams battling for a state title as we get to our keys to the weekend. And the Hooch offense, they keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling. Nobody can slow these guys down. 37-14 victors over Dutchtown, a team that had yet to yield a point in the playoffs. Shows you how impressive that team is at this point in the season. Seem to be peaking at just the right time.
All right, let's get to some of those highlights. Chattahoochee has been a scoring machine all season long, but their quarterfinal opponent had yet to give up a single point in their first 2 playoff games. Cougars playing host to Dutchtown. And we are going to pick this one up. First quarter, Dutchtown puts a drive together, but they are going to be forced to kick a field goal, but that is going to sail wide right, and that is going to keep this one scoreless. So we head to the second quarter now. The Hooch getting the offense going. Timmy Byerly on the QB keeper, the huge hole, and he's going down the sideline, picking up the first down before finally getting pushed out at the 10.
A couple of plays later, Byerly, the pitch to Kane Whitehurst. He's fast, and he's going to find the end zone for the touchdown. Cougars now on top, 7-0.
Then more from the Hooch and more from Timmy Byerly out of the gun. He is going to pull it down and down the sideline again. No one's going to catch him until right there, pushed him out after the first down. And the Hooch, they would finally cash in. Byerly rolling to his right, and he's going to hook up with Kane Whitehurst. 14-0 Chattahoochee at the half.
Third quarter, more of the same. Byerly airing it out to Whitehurst, hits him in stride, strolls in for the touchdown. It's now 21-0 Chattahoochee.
The Cougars, they would put another drive together. Byerly over the middle to Josh Gregory. He makes the catch, and he is off to the races. Finally going to get tripped up at the 25-yard line. The Hooch, they would have to settle for a field goal. Amon Lakip banging it through the uprights. That gives them a 24-7 lead.
Still in the third quarter, Hooch now going to the ground game. Chase Nelson with the handoff. Goes around the end, down the sideline, and the freshman is gone for another huge touchdown for Chattahoochee. They're now up 31-7.
Fourth quarter now, Dutchtown trying to get something going, but Trey Hart is going to pick off the pass in the end zone to seal it. And Chattahoochee moves on with a 37-14 win over Dutchtown. And, you know, like all season long, it was pretty much Timmy Byerly being the key factor in this game.
Yeah, Dutchtown likes to blitz just about every play, Daryl. And Tim Byerly, so experienced at quarterback, so quick making the decisions, either the hot read on a pass or he can run up the middle and really burn you, as you saw in those highlights there. One run on the first drive of the game for 32 yards that set up the Whitehurst reverse for a touchdown. Also 6 runs in a row called by the offensive coordinator at Chattahoochee. Really threw off the Dutchtown defense and helped Chattahoochee roll through and play really good offense the entire game.
Yeah, another guy who had a big game besides Timmy Byerly, Kane Whitehurst, came up with, 3 touchdowns. How did he change the game for these guys?
He changed the game by ending the game. He got the reverse for the touchdown to put him up 7-0. The first points that Dutchtown had given up on defense throughout the playoffs, and then 2 touchdown passes, one only a couple plays into the third quarter to put them up 21-0, as you saw in the highlights there, that effectively ended the game and moved Chattahoochee on into the semifinals.
All right, time now for tonight's team leader. The Chattahoochee offense has yet to face a defense that could hold them under 31 points this season. And one of the main keys to their success has been the play of senior quarterback Timmy Byerly.
Yeah, there's no doubt when we take the field who's in charge of our football team, and that's Timmy Byerly.
Chattahoochee's Timmy Byerly is definitely the leader for the Cougars, and after a breakout 2009 campaign that saw him rack up 2,500 yards on the ground and through the air, he's drawing a lot of comparisons to another Tim who had a lot of success at the college level.
Timmy's 6'1", 215, and for many years there he was a great wrestler. And so, being that big, he's like a linebacker playing quarterback. And, we call him our little Tebow. He kind of looks like him, not quite as big, but he's a tough kid and not easy to tackle.
Junior year, I would say I had to kind of prove myself through my actions. That's kind of the way I went about things. Senior year, started to get a little bit more vocal and kind of to get people on board with what we're trying to accomplish here.
His play on the field has gotten a lot of attention from some notable Division I schools, and even though he hasn't decided on where he's headed just yet, there's no doubt that Timmy will be behind center somewhere at the next level.
It's definitely been an experience, talking to schools like Furman, Air Force, Navy, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech. But it's a great experience to meet a lot of different coaches, and all of them are different. And a lot of schools had different things to offer.
I think most people are looking for him as in the spread offense. Furman and Air Force have already offered him. He went and visited Mississippi State last week, and they're making a determination right now. But there's no doubt he'll play college football for somebody somewhere.
For now, Timmy's not rushing into his decision on where he's going to play ball next year. Instead, he's focused on his senior season and enjoying the whole recruiting process.
I'm just kind of in it for the ride, and a lot of people told me to enjoy it, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, and not trying to force things and just play the game.
I'm probably biased, but I think he's pretty good, and I think wherever he goes in, the quality kid that he is, they're going to get a great one, and he'll be successful at whatever he plays.
So Timmy Byerly, obviously the leader of Chattahoochee, but what has impressed you most about this guy?
Daryl, what really impressed me the most when I got a chance to see him and talk to him is how thick he is. He's a real wide kid, and when you're going to run the kind of offense they're going to run, he's going to take a lot of shots. And his physical stature allows him to keep going. That doesn't faze him a whole lot. Teams can blitz him and rattle his cage. It's not going to affect him. He's going to stay in and stay poised. And he was backed up in his own end zone in the game against Marist. I was there. And from the end zone, he let go of one about 35 yards down the sideline, a great arm. So not only can he run the option offense very well, but he's got a great arm. Talked to Coach Crowder a little bit after the Marist game. He said Georgia Tech is hanging around, not quite ready to make an offer. When they do, if he goes to Georgia Tech running that Paul Johnson-style offense you saw in the Georgia game this weekend, it hurt Georgia Tech not being able to throw the football. Timmy Byerly's there. Georgia Tech will be able to throw the football. They'll be a very, very dangerous team.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. All right, time now to look ahead to the semifinals of the state playoffs, and we're going to start things off with who else? Chattahoochee going on the road to Statesboro.
Going on the road to Statesboro. I don't know how a 13-0 team goes on the road to play an 11-2 team, but that's the way it goes in the playoffs. Statesboro defeated Cal 17-7 last week. I was really surprised at that. Statesboro really shut down Brian Randolph. Statesboro is going to have to do more than just shut down one running back this week. I really like the weapons. Whitehurst, Byerly, all the guys, the young freshmen that had the touchdown run for Chattahoochee this past week. They have a lot of weapons. I don't think Statesboro can shut them down. I see Chattahoochee in the dome in the championship.
And we're going to be at that Chattahoochee game at Statesboro, so you're going to want to tune in next week for all those highlights. All right, the semifinals, they're going to be exciting, so you're going to want to stick around and watch all the action on North Fulton Prep Rally, and good luck to Chattahoochee and Wesleyan in their games this Friday night. That's going to do it for us this week. Catch us back here on Comcast 25 next week for game highlights and features, and remember to check us out online, nfpreprally.com. For Drew Hinesley, I'm Daryl Scher. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you under the lights.
Grab some wood there, bub.